Hello, let's talk about bag fit. We get two main questions on fit. Will it fit in the bag? And will the bag fit on the plane? Let's talk about what will fit in the bag first. When you're choosing a new bag, one of the first things you want to know is if it will fit all of your gear. If possible, we recommend going to your closest camera shop to put your hands on some bags. Many shops will let you bring your gear in and test fit to see what bag works for you. If this isn't a viable option, I'll show you the next best thing. We list interior dimensions for all of our bags on our website. When we measure our bags, we try to give you the dimensions that are most useful. On a square bag like Pro Trekker, the dimensions are pretty straightforward, with only rounded corners making it not truly rectangular. On the other hand, Pro Tactic 2 is a little more rounded at the top, so the interior height will be an average of that height. In both cases, this number will tell you the length of the tallest camera and lens combo you can fit. When measuring your gear, you want to start with your longest camera and lens combo you want to carry. That length will help you quickly rule out bags that are too small. So for today, I've got Sony A9 with a 70-200. Depending on the bag, consider if you want the camera to fit horizontally for side access, or vertical is enough. Next, lay out your gear in roughly the way you would to put it in the bag. Take the length and width to compare to the given dimensions on the website. If you have any especially tall gear in your layout, make sure you check that the height will be okay. Sometimes a deeper bag will hold a lot more gear because you can store more lenses standing up instead of laying down. The product photos with gear are also a great tool for understanding the fit of a bag. We try to use current identifiable gear, so if you know your camera is smaller than the Canon 5D or Sony A7 in the picture, you can be confident it will fit. When considering laptop and tablet pockets, the measurements can also be confusing. Some of our device pockets are constructed to be flat when empty and may be listed as only 1 centimeter thick, but will flex to fit the thickness of a laptop. In this case, you can also reference the 13 or 15-inch laptop fit noted in the description. Our block for laptop fits is based on the previous generation MacBook Pro when the bag was launched. This means that a bag that fit a 15-inch laptop 4 years ago might actually fit today's 16-inch laptop. So if you have newer equipment, it's good to double check the dimensions. Volume is another helpful but sometimes confusing way to quickly compare the interior sizes of our different bags. The confusion comes up when we start comparing our padded and unpadded bags. Our fully padded Pro Tactic BP450 AW2 has about 25 liters of volume inside. On the outside, it's about the same size as our unpadded 35-liter Photosport X. The difference here is the padding. In this case, it's better to compare both interior and exterior dimensions to understand the relative sizes. Last, we'll cover weight capacity. Our bags go through a series of lab and field tests to make sure that they'll hold up to the abuse you put them through. This includes tests of a fully weighted bag. Specific weights vary between bags, but can be summarized as easily carrying the recommended gear. This means if a bag is designed to hold 25 liters of photo gear, a 1-liter water bottle, and a travel tripod, it was tested with the equivalent weight. Last note on gear fit and choosing a bag. If your kit often varies from day to day, or you plan on expanding your kit, we recommend getting a bag that has a little extra space rather than just enough. You'll grow into it. Now, let's talk about where your bag will fit for air travel. As a rule, it's always best to check individual airline baggage requirements, especially for low-cost and smaller regional flights, which tend to have tighter limits. Like the interior, we list exterior dimensions on our website. Again, we're trying to give you the most useful dimension. In this case, it's the maximum dimension in each direction, including parts like shoulder straps and a waist belt. If a bag is 10 inches wide at the top, 8 inches wide at the bottom, the listed dimension will be 10 inches. If the listed dimensions are smaller than the airline dimensions, you shouldn't have a problem getting it onto the plane. Some of our largest bags are carrying compatible only if you remove the waist belt and lid and leave the exterior pockets empty. In this case, we list this dimension under external dimensions, belt, and accessories removed. At the time of filming, this only applies to the Pro Trekker BP650 and the smaller 550. If you need a little reassurance, you can often find notes about air travel fit by reading other customers' reviews. I'll finish with a few tips for smoother travel with a full bag. I'm going to start by saying, be nice if you have to talk to someone at the gate to get your gear onto the plane. If you're on an airline with tighter restrictions, removing things clipped to the outside of your bag can help slim down the profile for smoother boarding. Remember, The bag's listed dimensions don't include a water bottle or tripod attached to the outside. In some cases, a backpack can be easier to get onto a plane than a roller. If a flight is full, rollers are usually asked to be checked before backpacks. That's all I've got for today. Let us know if you'd like any more fitting or travel tips, and we'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. Good luck.